How do you deal with disrespect? We all struggle with disrespect from time to time, and it can be quite distressing and frustrating. However, what if we could take a cue from the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, which teaches us how to face difficulties with grace and wisdom? In this video, we'll look about 10 useful Stoic concepts that can improve our ability to handle disrespect. As always, I'm challenging you to persevere through the entire video and show me strength. Now let's get started. Number 1. Keep calm. One of the main principles of Stoicism is that our thoughts about our experiences disturb us more than the actual events that happen to us. People get disturbed by the vision that is taken away from them, not by objects, as Epictetus once stated. It follows that disrespect is not intrinsically harmful or offensive, rather. It is how we interpret and judge it that causes us to feel offended or upset. Whenever someone treats you disrespectfully, keep in mind that their actions are a reflection of their own ideas, sentiments, and attitudes, not of your actual value or worth. This can assist you in remaining composed and preventing your emotions from being impacted by their disrespectful behavior. Number 2. Reflect on yourself. The practice of self-reflection and self-analysis is a crucial component of Stoicism. The Stoics held that we should constantly work to better ourselves and the things we do, since the quality of our thinking dictates the quality of our lives. According to Marcus Aurelius, the quality of your thoughts determines how happy you are in life. It's important to examine oneself after experiencing disrespect and ask yourself whether what the other person said or did was true. Did I say or do anything to cause this to happen? How can I answer in a way that is morally and ethically sound? You can comprehend the incident and your personal part in it better if you take an objective look at the circumstance and yourself. To ensure that your responses are based on thoughtful assessment rather than rash actions, practice self-reflection. It develops wisdom and personal development and aids in your learning from the experience. Number 3. Learn to pause. Seneca famously advised that if you find yourself getting upset, it's likely a habit rather than just a current bad thing. Those who practice Stoicism emphasize the value of reason and restraint. They contend that immediate reactions brought on by strong feelings like rage or irritation frequently result in bad choices and needless suffering. The Stoic method advises you to resist having an emotional response when you are treated disrespectfully. Rather, stop for a moment and gather your thoughts. This break offers you the chance to gather your thoughts and emotions and allows you to react more calmly and thoughtfully. You can better connect your response with Stoic concepts of wisdom and self-control by restraining yourself from reacting instantly. When faced with disrespect, this strategy frequently results in interactions that are less emotionally charged and more productive. When faced with disrespect, pausing is a crucial Stoic tactic to keep your cool and make thoughtful judgments that will ultimately lead to more positive outcomes and personal growth. Number 4. Show empathy. Seek not the good in things outside of yourself, seek it within yourself, advises Epictetus and other notable Stoic philosophers. Stoics hold that people are all connected, and that improving interpersonal relationships and personal development can result from having a greater knowledge of the motives and feelings of others. To be Stoic in the face of contempt is to demonstrate empathy. Make an effort to comprehend the point of view of the other person by placing yourself in their position, understanding the other person's point of view, and seeing that their disrespect may stem from ignorance, anxieties, or insecurities rather than being deliberate or personal, can be accomplished through empathy. Additionally, empathy might lessen your unfavorable thoughts against the person and help you feel compassion for them. It is possible to reply in a more respectable and polite way by showing empathy for the person who has mistreated you, rather than taking their words or actions personally. By understanding the other person's viewpoint, emotions, and intentions, empathy enables you to respond to them with respect and kindness rather than becoming irate or defensive. By doing this, you can keep your composure and prevent the argument from getting worse. While the Stoic ideals of self-improvement, knowledge, and compassion are also reflected in empathy, it makes it possible for you to develop personally and learn from trying circumstances. You can deal with disrespect in a more constructive and upbeat way by practicing empathy. Before I proceed, count yourself as an exception for making it this far into the video. Now that you have shown how strong you are, let's make it till the end of the video. Number 5. Focus on virtue. One of the major tenets of Stoicism is to develop virtues like courage and wisdom, which are the attributes that enable us to live moral lives and behave honorably. According to the renowned Stoic philosopher Seneca, virtue is nothing more than the right reason. This implies that rationality and consistency with the natural order of things are synonymous with virtue. For Stoics, virtue is the ultimate good in life, and all else is irrelevant. Stoicism teaches us to respond to others with virtue in mind when we encounter their disrespect. This does not imply that we should overlook or put up with the rudeness, rather. It means that we should react in a way that upholds our Stoic principles and values. By focusing on virtue, we can avoid being influenced by our emotions, maintain our dignity and integrity, and grow as a person. Stoicism challenges us to be the best version of ourselves, even in difficult situations. Number 6. Embrace acceptance. Accepting things we cannot control, like other people's disrespect, is one of the main precepts of Stoicism. According to Epictetus, he is a wise man who rejoices in his possessions rather than lamenting what he lacks. This implies that rather than worrying about what we lack, we should be appreciative of what we already have. The Stoic dichotomy of control, which is another skill that Stoicism imparts, allows us to discern between the things that are and are not under our control. We have no influence over other people's behavior or outside events, only our own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Therefore, when we face disrespect, we should not let it affect our inner peace. Instead, we should accept it as a part of life and focus on what we can do to improve ourselves and our situation. By accepting disrespect with Stoicism, we can avoid unnecessary anger, frustration, and resentment. We can also learn from the experience and grow as a person. This helps us to deal with disrespect in a rational and calm way. Number 7. Use humor. Seneca, the ancient philosopher, once stated that you have conquered yourself when you know how to deal with things that you shouldn't take too seriously. Sometimes a little laughing goes a long way. While Stoicism teaches us to regulate our emotions and behave sensibly, it also acknowledges the importance of humor in helping us deal with difficult circumstances. When someone disrespects us, humor might help us maintain emotional equilibrium and prevent us from becoming overly irate or irritated. Rather than allowing our feelings to take control, we can decide to reply with a witty remark or a silly joke. While humor should never be used carelessly or excessively, it can be a helpful Stoic strategy to deal with disrespect in a way that creates a more positive and peaceful outcome. Number 8. Set clear boundaries. Stoicism is about being a rock, not a doormat. It's about being a rock that understands its value and deserves respect from others. It's about controlling what it can and letting go of what it can't. Know your limits. You can be calm and assertive. Tell them what they did wrong and how you expect them to treat you, and set reasonable boundaries that preserve your dignity and self-respect when someone disrespects you. You don't have to take it personally or react angrily. This is what Stoicism teaches us. It teaches us to be strong, just, and courageous. It teaches us to respect ourselves and others. It teaches us to maintain our inner control and our outer dignity in any situation. Number 9. Choose forgiveness. How would you respond if someone insulted you? Do you let it go, or do you lash out in rage? There is some wisdom to be gained from the ancient concept of Stoicism. According to Stoics, forgiving someone is a gift you offer to yourself, not something you should do for them. Although it's not always simple, forgiveness is the first step toward happiness and inner serenity. It simply means making the decision to let go of the bad feelings that are hurting you more than anybody else. It does not imply forgetting or accepting what happened. According to Stoics, we should forgive everyone, but we should do so sensibly, justly, and with compassion. Focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot is what Stoicism teaches us. While we have no influence over other people's actions, we do have power over our own. We have the power to let go of our grudges and resentment by choosing to forgive. Stoicism defines forgiveness as having the ability to let go and move on with a sense of tranquility and inner serenity. Number 10. Change your perspective. As the Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius once said, our life is what our thoughts make it. Perspective is the capacity to view things from a wider and more objective point of view. It helps you avoid overreacting or taking things personally when someone disrespects you. Rather, it helps you realize that disrespect is not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. Applying perspective reveals that the majority of disrespectful incidents are brief and insignificant. They have no impact on your actual worth or happiness. It's also evident that disrespect is frequently a reflection of ignorance, insecurity, or weakness on the part of the other person, not your own. You can lead a more contented and peaceful life by doing this. The next time you encounter disrespect, keep in mind that perspective will help you maintain your composure and behave sensibly. Stoicism is about effectively controlling your emotions rather than ignoring them. You can maintain your composure and strength in the face of rudeness and disrespect by putting these 10 ideas into practice. If you're new here, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to receive future courses on ancient wisdom. This will help us reach more individuals who are looking for ancient wisdom. We sincerely appreciate your viewing, and we hope to see you in our future video for more Stoic wisdom. Choose from among the videos that will display on your screen and stay stoic.